Reimagined. I am so excited. We've got two special guests with us tonight, and they're actually two returning former participants that attended our retreat last November of 2024, and they're here with us tonight. So I'd like you to meet Nichelle. Nichelle and I met about 2 years ago or so, as I was starting my preparation to compete in figure, which is a form of bodybuilding. And I met her at the gym. We interacted, absolutely loved her energy and just who she was. And then our paths kept crossing. And I later would learn that she did meal preparation and she became a personal chef for me, which is amazing. It has made me very successful in my journey to compete, because the nutrition is one of the biggest parts of it. So it's really cool because I get my menu from my couch and send it to Nichelle. She measures everything, preps it, and then delivers it to my house once a week. And just so thankful for you. Again, my success, a big part of that is because of you on my 28-year goal journey to compete. So do you recall anything else about our first interactions when we met, Nichelle?
Yeah, your sarcasm. It was great. But also, too, I have to say the energy was very reciprocated. I remember when we first met each other, we clicked, we vibed, and every time we've come across each other, it's always been like a beautiful interaction. So for you to be able to do what you're doing, Lisa, I think it's dope. You're definitely helping us, and it's really, really exciting to be a part of this journey.
Thank you, Nichelle. I love you guys. And yeah, every time our paths were crossed, you would light up the room. And I was always so excited whenever I would see you. And so to actually get to see you more often now is such a huge blessing for me. And I absolutely love it.
Thanks, Lisa.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Shaquan. Oh, Shaquan. We met about a year and a half ago at an entrepreneurial program. And yeah, we were both kind of figuring out our businesses and what we were going to do. And the first day we hit it off, absolutely loved it. We connected. And then she's the reason I'm in the building that I'm in. I have the space now, 3 offices worth of space here because of her and all my branding, all of my t-shirts, all my design are because of her company, Mentally Ill. The QR codes, everything, all my branding. I mean, she's been instrumental in helping me launch and get to a lot of where I'm at with Fit to Exist. And so, yeah, the first time we met, do you recall anything significant about that?
I do. It was both of us in the room and it was kind of awkward, but you made it unawkward because I tried to sit down, but you had all your food and drinks and everything. I was trying to take the space that I wanted. So I will never forget that. And then something was wrong with my car. I don't remember what. And you drove me home. So yes.
Okay. So I will say that is a habitual thing. I always, wherever I show up, I get there early and I try to grab 2 seats, one for me and one for my
one
food.
for the food.
I'm going to be eating probably during the time that I'm there. So that's kind of just, it's one of my daily habits to get my 2 gallons of water in and my food in every like 2.5 hours. So
wait, did Shell make the food that day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's been doing my meal prep for a while. Yes.
For a cool minute. I was about to say, me and Lisa have been together for a while.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Because I struggled. Before I met Nichelle, I was kind of winging my food. And Coach was like, why aren't you dropping? And I was like, I don't know. I've kind of got everything going together. And I'm over here trying to have Whole Foods do my meal prep, which was not a good. It was not
so much fat. Oh my God.
It was so much
fat in their prepared meals.
She's like so affordable. And again, she delivers, which is so awesome. So yeah. Well, you guys both came to our launch of Life Reimagined in November. So thank you both for trusting me with your time because 3 days is a long time. So it was more like 2.5 days if we're like totally, getting.
Yeah. Because I'm about to say the last day was like a half day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. So, yeah, what was your like favorite part or your takeaways from that? Because you guys are both now attending this one in January. You guys were my first people to sign up, which was amazing. So, yeah, tell me what would you like to share with anybody?
Well, go ahead. Sorry, Shaquan. You want to go? You want me to go?
No, you go ahead. You're the
tag. I'm it. So no, no. The part that was really, really dope for me. And I'll keep saying it was the connections, man. Because like in the moment, it's cool, but it's the after effect that has been the most like, you know what I'm saying? That's been the most rewarding part of it because I literally went there and I didn't know anybody except my friend that I had brought with me. But when I left, it was like we were all cool. Everybody was connecting and it was a cool place to be able to share and just be yourself. And then it's personal. I don't know. I think a lot of people think that because you're an entrepreneur, it's the outside stuff that make it happen, but no, it's the inside things that make it happen. And so we dove into ourselves personally, and that was a part that was really, really dope in multiple facets. We got to figure out what we were, you know, the the disc, you know,
Mhm.
figure that out. Also, too, what our core values were, right? And then on top of that, all the other entrepreneurs that's in there, you know what I'm saying, and the connections that you get to make with them. So it was really, really cool. Honestly, it was so much fun. That's why when you told me you had another one, I was like, oh, I'm definitely coming because we had the greatest time.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Shaquan.
So I can definitely say everything that Shell just said, 100%. But what I really enjoyed too is a lot of times you go to different like courses and retreats and you're learning things that you already have heard before, or you're
Right.
seeing speakers that you hear all the time. And I enjoyed that everybody that was at your retreat, what they were telling us were not things that I've ever heard before. So it was all new information. Like some of the things, the concepts were kind of things that you've heard, but I've never heard those speakers. I've never heard that information. So it was nice to like learn something new. The connection was phenomenal too. I appreciate the fact that like I walked in and I didn't know many people that were there as well. But it wasn't just like a connection during the retreat. I don't think there's not one person that I connected with at your retreat that I don't still talk to today.
Facts.
And it's not just like surface level, like, hey, how are you? And then something business. It's like deep dive, like, how are you actually doing? Like, is there anything I can do to support you? So they were genuine connections. Even the speakers, a lot of times, you know, you go to an event or a retreat like that, and the speakers are there for their section, but they're not really they're not available for one-on-one or to like actually engage with you. And every single one of your speakers engaged. And same with that, like I said, like even those are people that I can still reach out to and can make contact with.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it is. I love our team. And I know the last retreat, there was 8 of us that spoke and did sessions. And then this time there's 4 of us, but the 4 of us, super intentional people, very much about relationships, from Ike to Ken to Andrea. It's amazing. I love it. And I love when I've gone into Shaquan's office and Michelle is in there and you guys are collaborating, or you're looking at how can we support each other? Like it's that whole concept of co-elevation, which we're all a big part of. And I love it. It's amazing.
I have to say, Ike has sent me holiday texts ever since then. I got a Thanksgiving one, I got a Christmas one, I got a New Year's one. She constantly reaches out and says hi. So, and she's a speaker, like Shaquan said. So most speakers are kind of like you see them and then they're gone. But all your speakers, a part of your retreat, still keep Ken. I still talk to Ken. We all have stayed connected, and that's been like so cool. That's been like the most awesome part about this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Now tell me, like, because you guys are both very busy ladies, you're entrepreneurs and you both have families. Michelle, like I know 2.5 days, 3 days, that's hard for you, especially with food prep and everything, like keeping your schedule. How did you manage to do it? Or what made you decide that this would be worth it for you to take the time to invest in yourself?
Well, I kind of was like at a mute point. Like I was getting to this, I was at a point where I'm just like, okay, I got to do something different. Like it's cool, it's somewhat working, but I'm not satisfied, right? And so I'm gonna make time for the things that are important to me. And to me, investing in myself is the most important thing because without me, things aren't happening. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. And not only that, the people that you brought around and including yourself, like we have a very genuine connection. So I was like, of course I want to be there. I want to be able to support, but I didn't realize what it was going to do for me. I didn't. Like Shaquan said, you kind of you get used to going to these retreats and you're doing things and making somewhat okay connections, but literally everybody I would consider almost to the point of a friend because we are deep diving, talking to each other, helping each other on a personal level. And it wasn't just at that time. Like we still connect. I see Shaquan almost every week. Like it's dope. And that's the biggest thing that I went in there for is like, okay, I need to make more community because I'm trying to be this lone wolf and do it myself. But the community is something that was the best part. And the connections and making genuine connections, not just people that you just say hi and bye and can say, oh, I know them. Like, no, we are really like together, co-elevating, helping each other, checking each other, talking to each other, moving each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, oh God, I'm like getting chills thinking about it. That's why I'm excited about this next one. And I really hope that this brings in a lot more people so they can experience this and we can, grow the community and grow the connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And like one of the things too, I'm really big on, and Andrea is like this with her retreats that she leads in like Costa Rica and Belize is it's always about bringing in the right people, right?
Right.
It's the right people will register and the right people will be there. And so I say we kind of almost go through a curation process to curate who's going to be there to make sure we're all a fit and nobody's going to take away from somebody else, right? So we want to make sure it is a good fit for all of us. And so, yeah, very much looking forward to that. Shaquan, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I think with that too, I know how long did it take you to get me to say yes? I had excuse after excuse, and you came every day like, Shaquan, you really would benefit.
Okay, but you own like 2 businesses. You have 5 small people, yes, that you are in charge of. And they're amazing. But I mean, you have a lot going on. And so, yeah, when you said yes, like that was a huge, oh my gosh. And I was so excited for you because I knew what this could possibly do for you and your business.
Right. And I think that that's the important thing too, is that owning a small business or just life in general, like we are so busy, and I appreciate you for kind of pushing me to get into that room. One, because like I needed to take that time for myself and to learn more myself, but also like you definitely paid attention to who you had in that room, because walking into that room, I don't think there's one person that didn't like ignite something in me. I've been at like a kind of an off place for a long time now. And the people in that room like truly empowered me. I know listening to Carrie and her story, like just thinking about now, like having someone that like understands what your life is like after cancer or after an illness is really hard. And so listening to her and seeing her and how she's just moving forward was something that I really, really needed at that time. And so even now, like 3 days, now it's just like, I don't care what I have to do for 3 days. It's so beneficial to be in that room. And I think that, like Shell just said, I hope more people do show up, and I hope more people sign up, because this is not a regular retreat. Like what you do, Lisa, you yourself, you're a huge blessing, but the people that you are surrounded with, there is just something about every single one of them that like, I will do anytime you do a retreat. I am there because I want to be surrounded by that, because it empowers me so much more that anytime you do one, I'll be the first one to sign up. And I hope more people do, because it's so beneficial.
No, and you say that, but it's true. You guys were my first, it's amazing. And I'm so thankful and grateful because you believed in me and what my vision is and what I'm doing. And then again, getting to build the amazing team with the co-founders, it's like, that's blown me away, because when you look at their resumes and their backgrounds, it's like, oh my gosh, I get to work with these people. And I always say everything I do in my life at this point is a get to, I say, you guys think I'm crazy, but I get to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to start my morning routine and my habits to be successful with my health and just my daily routine. Right. And so, yeah, everything is, I get to do these retreats with you guys. And that to me, it's huge. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do. And I absolutely love it. Yeah. And I want to help change lives and help as many people as possible throughout the process. And something I speak on that I'm real big about, that I kind of ended the last retreat was that concept of who's your personal board of directors. And you guys have been fantastic and actually doing the call to action. You guys did it during the retreat of who are the 5 people you want to speak into your life and champion you? If I want to be like a billionaire, then I better go find a billionaire that's going to speak into my life and learn from them, right? They say you become the sum of your 5 closest friends. So you better surround yourself by 5 people you truly desire to be more like and be better. And you guys have done that. And that's kind of how I look at our core team is I honor and appreciate every single one of them has attributes that I'm just like, in awe of. And again, to get to learn from them on a regular basis, like I get excited for our team meetings. I better not say this because if they watch this, they're going to be like, that's why she has so many meetings with us, because she wants to learn from us. But it's true. I love our team. And then I love seeing what they invest in you guys, because there's a lot of work that goes into each part of the retreat. And so, from Friday night is going to be amazing. Ken's going to help break off, limiting beliefs and mindset. Like a lot of us have that scarcity mindset, and we don't believe a lot of times that we deserve it or that we're enough. Like that's probably one of the biggest things I work with people on is, and I've dealt with it myself, is being enough, or that in that back of your mind, you hear that I'm not enough. And so he's going to help us work through that. But what's really cool is he's a 10X guy. So he's kind of like, you might think you want to be here, but we want to help you get here. So how do we help you plan to achieve that? And then Andrea comes in with the visioning and the journaling to really help you visualize it, right? Because we know visualization is such a huge part of what we do with anything. If you can see it, you can believe it, and you can manifest it, and you can get that breakthrough. And then the vision boards, and they're not regular vision boards. It's like they're like an action board in a sense. That she's going to help you guys put together and build. But what's really cool, and this is what I'm super excited for, is the breath work, which Shell, you're excited about the breath work sessions.
I am. I've been excited since you told me it was happening. I was like, yes, I'm coming.
Yeah, because breath work, it just puts you in a totally different state and helps you get that clarity, that direction. And so being able to do a breath work session and then go into even more visualization to say, okay, this is what I want on my action vision board. And this is what I'm going to do. And then helping you get to the why behind why you actually are choosing these things, not just like, oh, I want to go on a cruise. Well, why do you want to go on a cruise? Because, that's a rest and vacation, whatever it is, whatever your why is, it's tapping into that, because that's where the power is. The power is in your why. Right. And then there's Ike, who has these amazing tools she's developed. And I was just at a workshop with her that was phenomenal. But she actually helps you take things and break them down all the way even to a granular level if you want to. But for that 90-day action plan to help you start the process, possibly achieve your goal in 90 days, depending on how big your goal is, right? Everything is scalable, but helping you just get started on that. And I'm like, it's such a cool tool. Like, oh my gosh, I hope that she actually markets it at some point, or maybe she'll just do workshops. And it's a tool to teach you. So that's something all of our participants will get, is the tools to take each one of your visions, your goals, and then make them happen. And then we bring in the accountability, and I'm super excited. I'm excited for the weekend, as you can tell. And we've got amazing lunches. We have another person that's doing our food that did the last retreat. And I think you liked the food at the last one, right? You, in your testimonial, Shaquan, talked about you were scared because I eat so healthy.
It was good.
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie. She did her thing. Okay. It was great.
Yes. And it was because I'm nervous, and like, Shelly, you cook great food, but I see how healthy Lisa eats every single day. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
I need a little sauce on there.
I had snacks in my purse and all because I was nervous, but the food was fantastic. Like, I want those recipes.
Yeah, don't worry. They're available. If you would like them, I will make sure she gets them to you. But yeah, so I mean, it's every part of everything we do is very intentional, right? And it's very much planned out, thought out, because we want people to have the best experience possible. It's not just, like you said, it's not a retreat. It's an experience. And so I am super excited for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys were tactical about the lunches. Lunches are not heavy. I just want to throw that out there. There's no night after lunch. Okay. There's no itis. You have to still be up and ready to go. So that's one thing I can say. The lunches were good, but they were intentional to keep us awake.
And that was all, I will give credit. That was all Ike, because when we were planning that retreat, she said, Lisa, I have an afternoon session and I do not want people falling asleep. So you make sure you feed them a light, a good lunch with energy. And I was like, okay, Ike. Okay, whatever you say, actually. So, I mean, low-key, I'm probably afraid of all of our co-founders. I don't need for them to necessarily know that, but I'm like, yeah, whatever you say.
You done told them now, Lisa. It's already out there now.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if they actually, if they watch our live stream, which I think they are. I do see quite a few people on right now. So I better be careful what I say. So I'm super excited for you guys. If you guys have anything else to add, I will say to anybody that stayed through this far of the stream, we do offer a promo code that'll give you $300 off. When you go to november.f2x.co. On there, you can find all of myself and the other co-founders. You'll even see a little snippet of our last live with the 4 of us together. And yeah, all the details are there for the retreat, all the packages that we offer. And I never want price to be a barrier. So if somebody truly, if this resonates with you, reach out. You can contact me at 719-352-5938. Again, there's a coupon code for $300 off any of our packages. But truly, we want to help people. We want to empower. We want to change lives. And we would love for you to be in the same room with Shaquan and Nichelle and our core team and the rest of our participants, because who knows what you're going to learn or what connection you're going to make. I mean, we had an executive director at our last retreat that people were so excited to connect with and are now actually part of one of the programs that person runs. And that's huge. And that's where Shaquan and I met. And so you never know. Connection is one of the most powerful things. And that's one of my words for this year. That was why I went to Belize, is I desired more connection. And I want that for others too, and to empower. So if you guys have anything else to add, anything funny you want to add?
Well, I just want to add to what you just said, because it's the after effect. I think that's been the most rewarding. Like the there was great, but like the elevation of my business, I can say, got you because of some of the connections there, got me into an awesome entrepreneurial program. So it's going to allow me to access people, resources, and then on top of that, just stay connected. Because like what I told you, I wanted community. That's what I'm really searching for, and I'm seeking it. And like you said, you can visualize it, and we visualize those things. We actually sat down and talked about those things at the first retreat. So, and for me, they're coming to pass, and we haven't even, that was 90 days ago. We haven't even gotten into the second retreat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I just want to add, that it's more than just being there. It's the after effect, because a lot of things could be great in the moment, but it's what does it do for you after? And there's still support after you get done with the retreat. It's not like, oh, you paid your money and you're gone. No, you actually are building a community. And I can tell you that that's what I'm big about. And I'm going to just yell it at the rooftops. Do not miss this retreat, you guys. Do not. If it's something that you're about and investing in yourself, and it's something that you're seriously into, I would say step into it and make it happen. No excuses. Right, Shaquan? No excuses.
I had
If it's something you really want to do, you will show up for it. And the one thing I can say in any business, if you don't start showing up for yourself, you can't show up for your people that you're supposed to serve. So with that, that's what I got to add to it. And I'm just grateful for this next one. I cannot wait to be a part of this. I'm so excited, Lisa.
I am so excited for you too. Thank you, Nichelle.
I also wanted to add, I really enjoyed that session with Ken, because it shows like the personalities, just because like you're an A, I'm far from that. You're a D, sorry, not an A.
You're an S.
Yes, I'm an S for sure. But I enjoy that because it makes it easier. Like that has made it easier to communicate with people and to get my reach further, because I am an S. So I'm a little bit more quiet. I'm a little, like it takes me a little bit more to say something. So that has helped. And what I really like too about this is it's, about every 90 days, right? And so I'm big on that. Like what you do now shows in 90 days, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see the things that we started after the last retreat. Like when we get to be around each other again is when those are like really starting to show. I know after that retreat, like I really zoned in and like worked on the blueprint for me. And I even started like a new initiative with my business, something I've wanted to do for the longest, but like I just wasn't really ready for it. And I didn't have the people surrounding me and cheering me on and those type of things. And so I love the fact that it's the follow through. And I love that like the people that were there when I first kind of started going and believing in myself, because that's been a big thing, is the confidence that now at this next retreat, like I get to see you and I'm not going to be standing up there scared to break a board or whatever, because I've got the confidence and it's the same people in the room. So I love that. And I don't know, there's not words that I can say to explain, like this is something that you can't just hear about it. Like you have to experience it. Absolutely. And I'm not just saying that because I like y'all, like I fully believe in that. Like 100% people need to be in that room.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's awesome.
I agree with you, Shaquan. I second that.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah. And I'd say and you guys kind of touched on this, but both of your businesses are in a better place since the November retreat. Is that a true statement?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot has changed since then. Like my business, even my location has expanded because my growth is growing. The new initiative has scaled my business a whole lot. And it's that it's being in that room and surrounded by the people we are surrounded by.
That's awesome. 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 Well, I am super excited to see you guys next week. Sure I'll see you before that, especially you,
See you in
Shaquan.
like 5 minutes.
Probably.
About
Shaquan's
to say, I'll
office
see
is
you
like
on
2
Sunday,
doors down.
Lisa.
I know. We got to get you an office with us down here, and then we'll always be collaborating and co-elevating with each other.
Absolutely.
So,
If
yeah.
you need one, let me know.
What's that?
I was about to say, Lisa, you tapping on something we already talked about, but we're not going to do that on this live, okay?
But it's Lisa bringing us together.
Absolutely. You guys are some of my favorite people. So thank you guys so much for jumping on with me tonight. I really appreciate you. I will get to see you next Friday because our retreat is January 17th, 18th, and 19th here in Colorado Springs at Sable Mesa, which is 15 minutes west of downtown. And so much thank you to Sable Mesa, Ashley Bourgeois and their family for sponsoring Life Reimagined and allowing us to make this happen. So it's such a blessing for all of us. But yeah, we look forward to seeing you again. www.f2x.co. There's a promo code for you. We'd love to see you there. If you need more information, contact me directly. If you'd like to connect with Nichelle or Shaquan, go ahead and how would they connect with you, Nichelle?
Well, right now we're revamping the website because again, I was pinpointing what I want to do. So we are revamping that, but you can reach out to me on my socials. I'm at Nutrichelle for Instagram. And then of course for my business page on Facebook, you just search up Nutrichelle, you'll find it. So that's kind of where we're at right now because we're scaling it and we're expanding it. And I got some awesome people that are helping me work on my website to really elevate it to the next level. So those are the places you can find me right now on socials. Or you can also reach out to me as well. My personal telephone number, 213-767-2104. I don't just personally chef. I also do holistic nutrition because it's always about teaching people how to eat wholly. And when I say that, that's a WHOLEY, to be able to eat fully and wholly from food, okay? We ain't going to church, y'all, all right? But no, seriously, I'm very passionate about this. I have a lot of great things coming. I have an online education course that we're getting ready to launch. And also too, I'm creating an app so we can also have a community to be able to support you through your nutrition and fitness goals. So there's a lot of cool things that came from that first retreat that allowed me to really streamline it. And now we're just getting it going and getting it up. So I'm super excited to be able to bring this to our community and to be able to be a service to them.
Thank you, Nichelle. And something I'll say, it's really cool because a lot of us are in similar spaces. I do some nutrition and training and stuff, and people thought I was crazy having another trainer at the last one speaking. That's an even more awesome trainer, Carrie Bacon, that was there. But it's not about competition. I say there is enough people out there that need something that I offer or something that Carrie offers. They might gel with her way better than me. Like Shaquan said, Carrie's story resonated with her, and she was like, oh my gosh, you are what I needed. So very much one of the things I really emphasize at our retreats and always is it's not competition, it's collaboration. There's enough people that need what we all have. We all offer different flavors. That's us and unique to us. And so we always want to, promote that between one another. So Shaquan, who does all of my awesome stuff that I absolutely love, tell us more about you.
Yes. So the best way to contact me, honestly, you could probably just screenshot this if you're on your phone because there's a QR code that you can press afterwards. But I'm at Mentally Ill Shop on all social medias. And then website is mentallyillshop.com as well. Oh, you made me big. Yeah, so I do custom printing. Our mission is just to elevate and empower those that are in under-resourced communities through customized apparel. And then I also have the new initiative that I have started called Making Impact Locally that is fully powered by Mentally Ill. And that is empowering our kids to be kidpreneurs, as well as raising unrestricted funds for our local schools here in Colorado Springs. There's a lot of basic needs that people need to be able to have better mental health. And so if I can help address, clothing or food and those basic needs with partnering with some of the school districts here, I'm all about it. So if you guys need any type of anything customized, apparel, cups, things like that, promotional products, please reach out.
Yeah. And what's your phone number that's listed up there just in case somebody's screen capture is super duper small?
Yeah, it is 719-459-0637.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shaquan. Nichelle, I'm sorry. I should have made you big like that, but I didn't.
Right. Like
my
Shaquan
buttons.
gets to be big.
Hey.
He is my neighbor down, down the hallway.
She has to be nice
Fair
because
enough.
she's
Fair enough. You guys have to live together. I just am a visitor that comes by. So give her that. That's fine. She can take it.
We need power in the building. We got to stick together with those text messages we get. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways. All right. Well, all of you, thank you if you stayed this far into our live stream. Thank you again. You saw our code. Again, reach out. We would love to have you join us next week, January 17th through the 19th for Life Reimagined and get your breakthrough. Did you know that one of the crazy statistics is I think it's by January, I wrote it down from this morning from a meeting. It is so crazy. By January 19th is known as Quitter's Day for people that start New Year's resolutions and goals. Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Oh, so the gym is about to thin out.
Yeah, and by the first week of January, 23% of people have already not fulfilled or started or whatever. So if you think you're in one of those places where you didn't start, you're unstuck, or things are starting to kind of fall to the wayside, it's never too late. You can always, every day is the day to start. It doesn't have to be January 1st, but if you really want some help, some clarity, come join us. We want to help you get that. And we want to surround you and put you in an environment that's going to be just amazing. So I invite you, www.f2x.co. We will see you January 17th in Colorado Springs at Life Reimagined. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.